So Inverness Castle reopened to the public again last year with the Inverness Castle Experience, and I thought I'd nip along and try and find out what all the fuss was about. Now, to be fair, it's a lovely building, very modern, very smart, and you can tell there's been an absolute fucking fortune spent in this place. But it's Inverness Castle, and I'm not entirely convinced it feels very, castle-y. The next thing you need to know that it is a self-guided tour, so the first thing you get is one of these blue things thrust into your hand. Throughout the course of the day, you get to walk around, find these little points on the wall where you can scan your blue thing and stick it to your ear and listen to the narrative of what's going on in the castle. Your day starts walking up this staircase with a strange looking statue at the back of it. There's even some crazy paper mache thing going on in the roof. I'm not really very sure what all that's about, but it does look quite pretty, to be fair. There's also plenty staff on hand and plenty signs on the walls to let you know which direction of travel you should be going in around the museum and make sure that you can't get yourself lost. The refurbishment of the castle clearly costs an awful lot of money and it's been done to a very, very high standard. Unfortunately, it does mean that, as I said earlier, it does feel much more like a museum tour than getting a nice tour into like a medieval castle, so to speak. It's far too nice, far too plush, and just far too kind of polished for all of that. Well, after making my way up all those stairs, it turns out it was actually really, really worth it. This was probably one of my favourite things about the castle. You can get right out onto the roof and you've got great views over Inverness, over River Ness, and all the surrounding areas around the castle. The rooftop area is absolutely gorgeous and I really liked it. I just wish that I had a better day for it. But we are in Scotland and we all know what the Scottish weather can be like. You can also get across into this kind of turreted area at the far side here with the flag in it. And it's got plaques that let you know what you're looking at basically across the town centre, which is a really good idea and would really enhance the experience and help you find out where about you are in the city. So after taking in some more of the fantastic and glorious Scottish weather, it was then just a case of me making my way down the stairs to start the immersive interactive experience that we've all been promised as part of the Inverness Castle experience. And this is the next room that I was put into. I was actually locked in here for about 30 seconds while they opened up the door to the main exhibition. It kind of felt like I was about to take part in a TV quiz show, not like I was walking around a castle. And this is pretty much where the interactive experience itself really kind of took hold with lots of different rooms, lots of things to scan your little blue dildo on and listen to find out all the information about the things you're looking at. Where this is a shinty cup in a castle. It was at this point that it became very, very clear that what we were looking at was not a castle tour, but was more of a museum tour that tells you about the history and stories surrounding the Highlands as a whole. So if it's a Scottish castle tour that you're looking for, this one's probably not going to be for you. However, as far as an experience goes, it's very modern, very nice. Everything's very well laid out. It's very easy to self guide yourself through the castle experience. Um, and overall, I guess I actually did really enjoy it, and it was really interesting. And there was lots of things that I found out about that I maybe perhaps didn't know about from before. This was the last room, which was a high level projection room, which was really very, very impressive. And obviously cost a lot of money to put together. It even featured a medieval toilet in the background that you could, I'm sure, go and enjoy a medieval crap on if you really, really wanted to. After that, the trail kind of took you into the bar area where you could enjoy a nice Scottish refreshment, some draft beers and stuff available. There was some food and stuff available as well. It all looked very, very nice. Uh, on the other side of the bar, you could walk through and into the gift shop where there was a wide array of Scottish and Highlands memorabilia for you to take home and enjoy. And I say that I did think it was the end of the tour, but it turns out after you come out of there, there's a run rig room. Run rig was a Scottish Gaelic music group. Not really what I expected to be walked into when I thought I was going to be leaving the building. And in addition to the run rig room, across the corridor from that, there was a crochet room. What castle would be complete without a crochet room? Overall, would I recommend the castle experience? Well, all in all, it probably took me about an hour and a half to go round it. I did go round fairly quickly. You could probably spend an afternoon there. It was £22 to get in. I did walking off the street, so I'll let you decide whether or not you think that's expensive or not. Um, it definitely was not a castle. It was much more of a museum tour. But depending on what you're looking for, it was definitely a decent enough way to spend an afternoon.